Today's episode of Shooting Ropes with Rosco, McClelland and Macarthur-Boyd is Milo Edwards.
You know, I really felt like I felt smarter that Milo was here.
You felt smarter?
Yeah.
That
Just
he was
having
there?
Milo here, that he was here, it made me feel smarter.
Do you feel you were sucking up his brain power osmosisly?
Yeah.
I feel the exact opposite. I feel like when I went on Milo's podcast, Glue Factory, with me, my beautiful girlfriend, Milo, Pierre Novelli, and a Canadian gentleman that I can't remember the name of, I felt pure daft because like they were just talking about all this stuff. But I guess in this environment, we are daft, and he was coming down to our level.
Yeah.
But they were a bunch of really brainy boxes over there.
Yeah, well, I was like, well, if a real smart person if I can converse with a smart person, then maybe I'm a smart person.
I wonder if like monkeys in the zoo feel that way when people come in. These people wearing clothes are coming in looking at us, and maybe we're smart.
Yeah. Even though I've got my cock out, I'm
Even though I'm flying shit.
I could drive a car.
Yeah, maybe.
It's mad when you see like monkeys in the zoo and then like someone brings their dog and they're just like, what the fuck is going on there? Or you see
You
like,
shouldn't bring your dog to the zoo because it's not fair to anybody.
well, I mean, it's good for other people who like to pat dogs.
Yeah. I was in the zoo recently, London Zoo, for my beautiful girlfriend's birthday. And we went to the zoo, went to the hippo exhibit, right?
Right.
And outside the exhibit, fair play, there was a statue of a hippo.
Yeah.
That's fine.
This feels like a cheeky scamps little prank that's coming here. The way you're saying this with a glint in your eye, what did you do?
We went into the hippo exhibit, and there was a hippo lying down, covered in mud, gently breathing, and then an English guy came in with his new child and his wife, and he was like, "Oh, I think that's a statue," and I was like, "It's not." I genuinely said out loud, "What the fuck are you talking about?" to this guy. Not to him. Like he was on the other side of the exhibit and he was just got his wife. Yeah, I think that's a statue. Like doesn't
Exhibit
look
was
real."
there?
Exhibit was there. He's going to put a hippo inside the hippo.
Wow.
So you can hippo while you're hippo.
We noticed you like hippos.
We noticed you like big African monsters. So we put a hippo inside
We
your
put
hippo.
the most dangerous land mammal inside your car.
Brother, you're telling me. I mean, if you're in the Nile, you're getting fucking chomped by these boys.
Yeah, you better watch out.
By the hippopotamuses of the world. But yeah, the guy just thought that they had put a muddy statue behind the glass in a zoo. And me and Chris were just like, I'd said out loud, what the fuck are you talking about?
Well, I mean, listen, it's easy to make a mistake. If you're someone who's watched like Ace Ventura, when nature calls, you know.
That was one of the funniest. That was one of the funniest things I'd ever seen.
A man climbs out of a rhino's arsehole.
That bit where he's spying on something, so he gets inside an animatronic rhino, and then it's too hot.
Yeah.
So he has to come out the hippo's bum, the rhino's bum. First time I seen that, man, I was like, do you know what? I don't think I will kill myself. I think this life's worth living.
How old were you then? Going, I won't kill myself.
I've always been a sorrowful customer, but
That's crazy to me.
stuff like that, you're like, no, this planet is worth saving.
Yeah. Hey, it was great to have Milo Edwards on. That was a great show. This is a great show you've got coming up.
He's doing a comedy. If you like our podcast, you want to check out his podcast called Trash Future. Films it down in London. Absolute murderer's row of fuck that. Absolute murder. Right, okay, let's try. Try it.
Absolute murderer's row. Oh. Then
Right,
get off the ground.
that was your try.
Okay. Absolute murderer's row.
Roscoe's trying to flip. Oh, it's so close.
close.
I hate it when you do stuff like that and you fucking nail it. Let's see what I can do. Obviously, I can't do this. Right?
That's not even going anywhere near your head. It's going to go off to the side. So yeah, if you enjoy content like that,
Yeah, if you like this, you'll love four educated people on Trash Future talking absolute crazy shit. It's a great podcast. He honestly, one of my favorite podcasts is Frank Skinner off the radio. Frank off the radio with Frank Skinner. And Pierre Novelli was on that, had to leave to focus on other stuff. But Milo's been replacing him. And this combination, I love Frank Skinner. I love Milo Edwards. I met Frank Skinner. I was working with Frank on a Radio 4 thing, and I said, Milo Edwards is really good on your podcast. And he went, I didn't know anybody listened to that. And I was like, this guy rocks.
He's talking shit. He knows people
He
listen to it.
knows they're listening. But you know what? He's a cool guy. I love Frank Skinner. I love Milo Edwards. Hopefully we'll get Frank on the podcast at some point. I'd love to have Frank Skinner go, so do you two just not like each other or something?
And I'll go,
fucking shut up.
Oh,
I don't mean that. I love Frank Skinner so much. I love his podcast. I love Milo Edwards. I love doing this podcast. Here, see if you...
What's that I hear?
Hawk?
Is that the sound of a Patreon plug coming down the street?
No,
My
no,
God,
no,
you're
no,
absolutely
no,
right,
no.
because it's time to do that. If you enjoy the podcast and want to keep the lights on here,
Rancho de la Lorenzo,
then please consider signing up to the Patreon. You will get loads of extras for your...
You get one extra episode a week.
Well, yeah, you get one extra episode a week, but then in terms of like extras, there are, you know, the benefits. The benefits of warm feeling inside your belly.
Yeah,
laughing at things that only you may hear about. You know,
secret laughs.
secret laughs. You may get, you know, a little bit
Ad-free
more
version
insight.
of the... You don't get any more insight. You get
extra insight.
You get an extra 30 minutes
You get
every
extra
week.
laughs. You get extra insight into who we are and who our guests are. You know, you may get other stuff that was too hot for TV. You get ad-free listening as well. So, you know, I mean, by God, everyone loves Acast and their adverts and their policies.
Those
But,
rancid
you know, you
freaks at
don't always
Acast.
want to hear the adverts, you know, adverts.
Hi, I'm
such as
Toby
this.
Toby, and this week I'm asking, what's the best shelf you've ever put a mug on? With my special guest, Queen Elizabeth II.
the smallest one. Tee-hee. She was a laugh, Queen Elizabeth II.
Listen, I reject everything she stands for. Controversial
She
opinion.
don't stand for anything anymore. Fucking lying down. Buried upside down. So she doesn't come back.
You're not going to be let back in Ibrox with that kind of power.
Ah,
Take him or leave him.
they know I'm.
They know you're joshing.
They know
They've
I'm.
got a good sense of humour over there, don't they?
Famously. That's why they call them the famous Glasgow Rangers for a laugh. They famously love a laugh.
Oh, the famous Glasgow Rangers, they're known across the world because they love to have a little laugh with the lovely boys and girls. Oh,
So please consider. And if we do,
This is a Rangers song I've been working on.
Chris will try to get back in the good books of both sides of Glasgow. And if we get live shows up and running, you'll be the first to be able to get tickets for that.
Terrible perk of being a Patreon. If we announce a live show, you will be one of the first people to hear about it.
It's one of the things, you know what I mean? If you
Yeah, it's
think,
one of
my
them.
God, I'd love to see this live and see the light in their eyes, you know? I'd love to see the shape of their skull.
Someone's texting me. I think it's my girlfriend. Yep.
If you'd like to see
Uh-oh.
Christopher get live text from his girlfriend, you know, consider signing up to the Patreon. And, well, thank you very much. If you already do, that's beautiful. And please enjoy this episode with Milo Edwards of a 1 and a 2 and a... Shooting Road, Shooting Road, Shooting Road.
He's funny, Milo, isn't he?
He's funny.
It can get awful lonesome on the range. In hard times, strangers can seem strange. When a noose appears and there ain't no hope, whip out your pistol and shoot a rope. Shooting road, shooting road, shooting road.
They don't teach you in school that 50% of the world's population get different earwax to the other 50%.
This for the pod.
Listen, the pod's it's already rolling.
Is it?
It always is.
Wow.
Already podding.
They don't tell you that, man. Welcome to the podcast.
It's my pleasure to be here, and I'm eating this caramel wafer on screen just to heal the rift between England and Scotland.
Thank you so
Finally,
much.
someone's doing it. Actually, I learned something. I always thought that England and Scotland were like joined together because England were like, we're fucking just going to have yous. But it's not. Scotland's own fault.
Yeah,
It was the Darien scheme.
Yeah, and I learned, did I tell you about this? The 2 worst Scottish cunts that have ever existed.
Let's guess. Who do you think the 2 worst Scottish cunts that have ever existed in history are? I think probably Tony Blair.
Yeah.
I always forget that he's Scottish.
forget.
He's fucking Scottish, man. Him and Gordon Brown. I mean, he's more
but
obviously
Gordon
Scottish.
Brown, I feel like, I was comfortable with him being Scottish. That was
Fucking.
He was cool, Gordon Brown.
Where was David Cameron born?
David Cameron was born.
He's from Oxfordshire, isn't he?
Right.
Yeah.
There's another secret Scot. Obviously, fucking Gove is for Aberdeen. He's a high contender.
Yeah. God, well, Gove doesn't look like he's from this planet.
No, he looks like he's from an unexplored part of the ocean. Do you know what I mean? He looks like he's a kind of Lovecraftian.
Do you think Wee Govey is just bits of him that make you poor?
Wee Govey?
It's a Scottish fucking like Ozempic wee Govey. Just put a tiny Michael Gove in your stomach like a tapeworm.
just go, I have to live like I'm in a poorhouse now and eat that amount of food.
Worst Scottish piss ever.
wee Govey.
Wee Govey for sure is up there.
It is. It does involve the Darien expedition.
Oh, really?
Yeah. You want to hear it?
Yeah, okay.
It's in a crazy twist of fate, right?
This, we're already on like deep history. The Darien Gap. Let's go.
Yeah.
Could you explain what the Darien Gap is for the listener if they're maybe not au fait with failed colonial expeditions?
If they're not Wikipedia addled.
The Darien Gap is the gap between the thighs of the Panama Canal, if you know what I'm talking about.
What? The thigh gap?
Yeah.
Wow. Too horny an
It's the
explanation.
canal. It's the canal gap. Darien expedition where we went and tried to take over Panama and fucked it basically and bankrupted ourselves and then had to go, England, can you help us out, please? We made a boo boo.
We made a little bit.
We could have had Scottish Panama.
We could have had
That would
Scottish
have been
Panama.
amazing. The most sunburnt place on earth.
How sick would that have been?
The Van Halen song would have been very different. Panama. You know that one?
Panama. Where about Mama? That's what it would have said.
Yeah.
Anyway,
That's good.
yeah, it's good stuff. We'll clip that. So,
Lorenzo, delete that. When was the last time you had a McDonald's, Milo?
Sorry.
When was the last time you had a McDonald's?
Oh, recently. Like this week for sure.
Ooh.
Yeah.
What was it like?
Is it?
What did you get?
what was it like?
What was it like? What was it like? This an
McDonald's?
Albanian podcast. What was going on? Like, I've never been to McDonald's.
No, we've never been, obviously, but we have
only one McDonald's. in the whole
Western
country.
man, normal Western man here to tell us about it.
Yeah.
Is that how Albanian podcast it? Normal Western man? Is that how they would refer to
To
someone?
Milo, yeah. Look up.
You're listening to Live from the Bunker. Who is worst Albanian guy of all time?
It's got to be Dua Lipa's manager. No, that's the flybo. What did you have?
I think the last time I went, I was with someone and we had the chicken share box that has
The
like
selects?
selects and nuggets.
Oh yeah, the mix. Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow. I wouldn't want to mix my selects and nuggets. Do you know what I
You
mean?
wouldn't, yeah, you're a sort of a keep 'em segregated guy.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah. I'm
Keep them
really-
segregated by the offspring.
I'm all for like the McDonald's apartheid. Do you know what I mean?
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, keep those nuggets and those selects segregated. They're different, or they would just be the same thing.
I had one last night for my sins. Had 2 complimentary beers on LNER first class during the day.
Ooh.
Then I had a Guinness.
They're giving you complimentary beers in LNER.
Well, you pay
first
90 quid so to get in first class.
What you're
So-
telling us is it's going well for you.
Yeah.
Well, no, it's not. It's just someone says you can have a wee beer and a croque monsieur and a couple of biscuits and a dessert. And
You're even name dropping the train company.
Yeah,
Instead of
linear.
just saying the train.
no,
A couple
but
Chris
If you
is a
say-
sponsored athlete.
You could say I had a couple of beers on the train, and that paints a different picture.
This
You're
is-
like, I had a couple of complimentary Budvars on the LNER.
they're not Budweiser. They're like shit. Oh man, have you ever had the beer on the fucking Euro rail? What's that called?
Eurostar.
Eurostar. piss.
You think I've been on the
It's like
Eurostar?
champagne flavored beer. Like who's asking for
Champagne
that?
flavoured beer?
Yeah, they're like, oh, we use champagne in the malts. I'm like, who's this for?
What is it like? Is it like a proprietary beer that's made by the Eurostar company?
I think so, yeah.
Because I feel like on a train they're normally just giving you beers that are available in shops. It's not normally a new beer that you haven't had before.
Yeah. This is crazy.
This is one of these things you have to go on it, and then like Alkies will go on their Tapped app and put it. My friends, have you heard of Tapped? The app? Some of my friends do it. Shout out to having friends.
It's a magic together
And
now.
it's basically like it's like Pokemon, but if you find a beer, you give it you say, oh, I've drank this beer, and you give it a wee rating and stuff.
Yeah.
And I'm like, nah. Nah,
What's wrong
come
with
on.
that? That's cute.
There's loads of things wrong with that.
I might download that. Sounds good to me.
No, the
do.
thing is, right,
Guinness,
Pokemon
is
is
this
for
rare?
Pokemon's for child adults, but just like drinking and sadness is
A
for
look of
actual
consternation
adults.
spreading across Chris's face there.
Yes, okay.
Yeah, child adults, but drinking and sadness is for regular sad adults. So they shouldn't have a wee fun game to add into that.
Suppose not.
I think there's a contagion that's spreading from wine culture into beer, where like kind of they're making beer wanky now, and guys are going like, "Oh yeah, there's notes of pineapple in this."
Yeah.
And I'm like, "Fuck off, man!
Do you think it's a recession indicator?
It's a pint." I don't know. Is it? Maybe. No, I reckon that's going to stop when the recession hits.
People will go back to.
Yeah, I reckon it's going to be carling all round.
It's already happening. I'll tell you that.
You think the Carlinification of the UK is upon us?
It's already happening because
By the back door.
Well, BrewDog just exploded.
Yeah.
And so
Thank
did
God. The
innocent,
stupid cunt.
innocent.
I hate that guy.
yeah. Listen, we were all happy about that.
Rest in piss, by which I mean any one of your IPAs. James Watt.
Rest in punk piss, you fucking
James
bald
Watt,
cunt.
two very different Scottish men with that name.
Actually, yeah, maybe he might be the two worst Scottish people.
I actually think him and him and Gove are both Aberdonians.
Wow.
So that's the fucked up
Makes
thing.
you think?
Makes you think that Aberdeen is goated, but is capable of producing monsters.
Say what you meant to say there. It
No, I
makes
like
you think that
Aberdeen.
Aberdeen is so grey and miserable that it produces miserable, horrible people who do nothing but harm to the world.
It's a cosmic grey
Sorry
soup.
to our listeners in Aberdeen.
Yeah, I fucking love Aberdeen, man. We had a great time in Aberdeen. Were you there?
Yeah, that was literally the first enjoyable gig I've had in Aberdeen
Man, I've had at least
in like
40.
10 years.
Wow, it's turning. All right, it's on the up, Aberdeen. That's what I'm hearing.
Aberdeen's coming up, baby.
Look out for Aberdeen.
So what happened with this James Watt guy?
Wait, my point was before.
Oh,
we
he
get
invented electricity.
Oh,
Oh, wait, the other guy.
They invented how to measure electricity. I think.
are you thinking of John Direct Current there?
Yeah.
Johnny Alternate.
Robert AC/DC.
Do you know, a lot of people talk about Tesla being like, oh, you get fucked over.
Is this a new bit?
This is a new bit. Innocent gun folded
Because you
as
stopped
well.
my new bit to go back
Yeah,
to your
sorry,
last
sorry,
bit,
yeah.
but now you've started a new bit.
Innocent gun folded as well.
Did they?
Yeah, but they've been bought over by tenants. So
Oh.
the rise of the piss water, they are back on top of the game.
Shout out to tenants.
Tenants were just
Wow.
waiting there like, we'll wait for you to finish for your fancy wee drinks. And then we'll come in and we'll go, have a fucking room temp can.
They
Oh,
already
I love
had Drygate. Tenants owns Drygate, and then I think Innocent Gun is somewhere between Drygate and Tenants in terms of wanky beerology.
Innocent Gun feels like a fake beer.
You think
It feels like it feels like a beer that you'd get in The Sims or something. It doesn't. There's something not right about it. Yeah. But
That's my Sim
Tenants,
impression.
right? You guys must be on this. You know the Japanese ambassador guy who's
Oh,
always
I
going.
love him.
I knew you would.
Yeah.
Yeah. And recently he was in Glasgow and he drank a pint of Tennent's. And I saw that like one of the top comments on Instagram was someone like really angrily being like, why would you drink a pint of Tennent's when there's so many great local craft breweries in Glasgow? And I'm like, I can't think of anything more Glaswegian than drinking a pint of Tennent's.
Yeah.
Like drinking some kind of wank like microbrewery beer, that doesn't feel Glasgow to me at all. That feels like something we're doing.
Yeah, and as like an ambassador, not to be serious for a moment, but as a Japanese ambassador in the UK.
Oh, are you a Japanese ambassador?
No.
I thought you said as a Japanese ambassador. I was like, oh, well, this is news.
Well, I consider myself a Scottish ambassador to Japan.
You
Right.
could be his little like sort of assistant
Yeah.
in his ear.
I love the Japanese ambassador for Jamaica. You seen him?
Oh,
He starts every missive by going Wagwan,
Wagwan.
but in a deep Japanese accent. He's awesome.
How do you know all these ambassadors?
As an ambassador myself, I have to stay in the loop. But the
You're
thing
up to
about
date.
what happened with this, what is happening with the Japanese with the beer stuff? Because it's what happened to BrewDog. They had this thing, the kind of initiative where it was anybody could buy in. It was a kind of publicly. What was it?
The equity for punks.
Equity for punks, but then it turned out that wasn't real.
It turned out that they were just like, give us money that we technically never have to give you back.
Wow, that's good.
Yeah.
It's clever.
Yeah.
I mean, that is kind of like the pub also.
It's kind of capitalism.
You don't understand, love. I'm investing in beers. Right? I'm building a portfolio. Sometimes you go in there, it's not going well, but that's when you buy the dip, right? You're building an average.
Yeah.
Most of the pints have been good.
Wow, that's beautiful.
Yeah.
I
Aye.
love to hear that.
So they're fucked, and you think Carlin's coming back?
Well, tenants have bought over Innocent Gun, and that's a sign of. And also shout out to my friend Steve, who was the marketing director for Innocent Gun, who's just lost his job and had a baby in the same month.
Oh.
So shout
no.
out to
That's
horrible
like a
stories.
play.
Speech bubble appearing above his head with a broken heart and a baby.
Yeah, everyone's going to be all right.
Someone said
Shout out to my mate who's a sim. His cereal's on fire right now, so we're doing a GoFundMe.
yeah, his plum bob is great. You know, plum bob is
Yeah, it's the
the
thing
big
above.
diamond above
Yeah.
them. I think that's
Yeah.
such a great word.
Him and his wife have been woohooing, and now they've got a baby.
They're going to have an actual baby for 2 days. Then it's going to turn into a toddler for a year.
Do you know I picked up like
Straight
the
to adult.
newest Sims?
Oh yeah.
And it's not as fun to like systematically murder your neighbour's family and take their wife when the graphics are too good.
Oh,
You know, it's better when you it was like little pixels. You've got no emotional attachment. But when you can see everything, you're like, I'm doing a bad thing here.
I think you're just getting older and more mature as a person.
No,
You know? Because I always found that when I was a wee boy, I would be the nasty guy in games, and I would, click the genocide option in Fallout 3 or something, and I'd be like, yeah. But now I'm an adult, and I realise that a lot of my life is evil. So I kind of try to escape that by being nice in games. I think maybe that's it.
you should switch that round. Be evil in games and be nice in your life.
No,
Do that.
well, I know, but just participating in the world feels quite evil sometimes.
Yeah.
Oh, all right. So
You're
it's
drinking
not,
a beer on LNER, but you know that is built on the crushed bones of the global south.
And the navies of,
And let's not forget the Irish, the first slaves. I think it's important. Shouts out to them.
the navies, the Chinese.
quite Trump there. The navvies, okay. They've got a wedding cake, but it's not like any wedding cake you've ever had, okay.
It's Irish. They're wearing multicolored clothing and living in shanty towns in Leicester. My trip to Melbourne is not going through Dubai anymore. That's how the World War III has affected me so far.
wow, you're saying Dubai to Dubai. You're saying Dubai
The
to
Dubai
airport.
guys.
Very nice.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
thanks.
I'm going Malaysian, baby.
Oh, Malaysia?
I was always Malaysian. You know, I tell you what, Malaysian Airlines, they made 2 mistakes, but it's made their fares very affordable. and I tell you what, they're hungry for it on Malaysian Airlines.
Yeah.
You know, they treat you with a bit of fucking respect on Malaysian Airlines. They're like, please come again. Please tell everyone that the plane didn't explode.
Yeah.
Here's
Leave a Google review.
Here's a delicious rendang.
Rendang on the plane? Fuck.
Yeah. Yeah, you get good Malaysian food on Malaysian
Yeah.
Airlines. It's good
Wow.
shit. Yeah.
Rendang at night.
Yeah.
Malaysian delight.
Rendang in morning.
Malaysian's delight.
Toilet morning.
Oh, God, yeah.
Toilet burning, I would say, actually. I meant morning like it's sad for your dead ass, but now I'm like, burning.
I'm sad for you, dead ass. Yeah.
I'm dead ass sad for you, dead ass.
I had a curry at Akbar's last night.
I seen that on your social
Yeah.
media platform of choice.
This
Instagram.
morning was a struggle, but the curry
Have
was
you seen
good.
this, Akbar's?
You seen this? You heard about this?
You heard about this?
What's happened?
It's just some local content.
Yeah, he used to be in Star Wars, that guy, but he's opened a curry restaurant in.
It's a
Rosco.
trap.
It's a trap for your asshole.
Yeah.
Where is Akbar's? Where's this?
It's the curry house on next to the Galen Grain where you're doing a whip
Yeah,
list.
yeah.
Oh, yeah, right up in
So
Glasgow.
the one with the big glass windows where you look in and you see.
Is that not Mr. Singh's?
No.
Mr. Sings is right next door to Galen Grain. Well,
Yeah.
they turned me away. They were like, it's too late. They're like,
late?
Akbar's will seat you. Yeah, I mean, it was like 9:25.
Mr. Singh's.
You should have, if you sung the sash at them, they'd have let you in.
And do you reckon is Mr. Sing's a big?
Mr. Singh is one of the staunchest guys around.
I don't know if you
He's,
can tell by Roscoe's shirt, but he plays that kind of long ball.
Hmm?
Huh?
I play that kind of long. Why did you make it sound like a sex thing?
You're a kind of Mr. Singh of the
He plays-
podcasting world.
He goes into Kelvin Grove Park at night and plays that kind of long ball, if you know what I'm saying. That's what you made it sound like there.
Well,
He plays that long ball.
Yeah.
What, like cottaging or something?
That's what it sounded like.
a football thing.
It sounded like you
I
made it sound
can't
bad.
talk about football without sounding gay. That's
You-
always been an issue my whole
You
life.
also can't talk about football without offending everyone in Glasgow.
Yeah.
Not that perfectly clear.
Well,
You're the
but-
only guy who's going to get sectarian violence from Partick Thistle fans.
Yeah. They hate me just because I said David Hockney's shite.
Oh,
Is
we
it David
fucking
Hockney?
hate this guy, yeah? Can't stand him.
David
Shit.
Who the fuck's David Hockney?
The guy who done was David Hockney's the artist. Is he the guy
Painter
who,
from Yorkshire. Did the swimming pool.
the swimming pool guy? Who's the guy who done the? I'm talking about David Shrigley.
Who's David Shrigley?
You know David Shrigley.
That's a Rick and Morty character. Come on. It's not. David Shrigley.
we gotta call David Strictly morning.
You kill me, Morty.
Oh, I don't know, Rick. I don't know about David Shrigley. Can we just call Alan Coist again?
Don't do it. They're different Davids. You can't say which team you support, Morty. It's political.
I would actually love to see that.
Okay, well, David Shrigley, he done the statue in London that was the big thumb up that said "really good," and he's the guy who designed the Partick Thistle mascot, who is
Oh, right.
the Sunshine Monstrosity.
Yeah,
And if
that
you-
is cool though.
The Sunshine
If
Monstrosity.
you not seen him, he's the kind of
it's-
jaggy yellow beast who.
A jaggy yellow beast.
Yeah, the whole thing was like the whole kind of PR campaign launching him was just him chasing kids around. It was good. It
was a nightmare.
What the fuck is that? It's great.
Shrigley.
Chasing
Mascot.
kids around.
Yeah, is it Kingsley? I think he's called. Yeah. Yeah. He made
Partick
that.
Thistle's grotesque new mascot is art at its best.
Partick Thistle's grotesque new mascot.
Yeah.
I like him. I think he's cool. Look.
Yeah.
It's a cool thing.
There
that
is
they
something
did.
quite grotesque about him, though.
Yeah,
It's very Adventure Time, is what it is.
Aye, it's like if the dog for Adventure Time got hit by a car.
It's how
but
Chris
the
the
dog-
Simpsons artist would draw Lisa.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
What were we talking about? Akbar's.
yeah.
You walk past Akbar's. This is the signature thing, and you got it, which I was very impressed by. Which is, do you know in a film about a shark when they catch a shark and then the shark dangles from a kind of hangman's noose?
What they're hanging a shark.
Yeah, up to like we caught
knows
it.
what
Yeah,
it
it's-
is.
yeah,
it's
yeah.
like-
From the
Yeah.
fin.
They do that with the naan breads there.
Right.
They have a big naan and it dangles. You had it,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
and it dangles from a hook.
The dangling naan.
The dangle naan,
It's dangling Anne.
and it's you just grab. What happens? You just rip a bit off.
You know what? Actually, it's quite logistically complex.
Okay.
Because obviously, you know, bread, it doesn't have a very high tensile strength.
Yeah.
Right. You wouldn't make like power lines out of bread.
No.
Right? Like so the naan's hung up, and then as soon as you tear a bit off, it unbalances the whole thing, and then it wants to fall off. So then I'm like hanging it back up, but then the hole starts tearing through.
Yeah,
You start
yeah.
getting a sort of prolapsed naan.
Shit.
And then in the end, the whole thing just falls onto the table in a pile. And I'm so English that I found that embarrassing. I was like, oh, I look like a real idiot now that my naan's fallen off the thing. And I had to put it on like one of the other plates on
Yeah.
the thing. But then I was like, why am I embarrassed? They've done this. They've put me in this situation where the naan is going to fall off the hook.
It looks good
Yeah.
when it starts.
It's the naan equivalent of like when they give you, when you know, one of those cups from like a water fountain and it's conical, so you can't put it down.
I love the cone cup.
You love the cone
I
cup?
love the cone cup.
Why?
Right.
It reminds me of being a young boy.
Why?
He's a difficult
Wait,
person.
were you
He's
often wearing a
difficult-
dunce cap?
I'm a
Like, what was
wistful
going
guy.
on?
I was often the dunce, but no, I went at the swimming at the Morrisons. Then it was a Safeway when I was a wee boy.
Would it not be all the way around? Safeway then Morrison's.
Ah, you're right.
Yeah.
It was a Safeway. Now
Safeway
it's
then at Morrison's. Yeah.
no,
Wait,
it
it's
is a
reversed.
Morrisons. It was a Safeway.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's
so
at
it was a
Morrison's now.
Safeway.
Was a Safeway. Now
Lorenzo,
Morrison's.
delete this.
That is what you said.
Lorenzo, keep this
initially.
in. Lorenzo, keep this in. This has got. We don't want people messaging going.
Actually,
What? Why would it be a Morrison? There's no Safeways anymore. There might be
Sorry.
Safeways. Maybe
because
a couple.
I'm going backwards in time with my wistful nostalgia, I'm experiencing time backwards. I think is the issue.
Mm,
But
yeah,
I used
it's
to
like
get.
Tenet.
It's like I'm having a tenant right now.
Yeah,
I can't
pint of
attend a
tenants. Wait, one guy's drinking it forwards, the other guy's drinking it backwards.
That happens a lot.
I've drank a few pints of
Is
tenants
that guy being
backwards, if you know what I
sick, or
mean.
is he just tenants and that tenants? That's funny.
Yeah, that's good stuff.
Great
I'm
stuff.
having a good time. But there used to be a water fountain that had the little cone cup of water in the Safeway next to the Bailison roundabout. So I just think about every time I see those cone cups, I just get intensely nostalgic, and my past is hydrated.
That was a great story about you drinking water from your past.
Well, I'm just saying, I like the cone cups.
All right, that's good. But they're not good for anything other than.
No, they're bad.
Yeah,
That-
unless you're trying to pretend to be a mouse or something, then I guess they might be
Yeah,
useful.
that's handy.
Yeah.
I can think of
You
Or
can think of what?
better ways to pretend.
or if your table is covered in sort of cone-shaped divots.
Yeah.
And then it would be a sort of convergent evolution type adaptation to that environment. Like, you know, the people from that world would look at a flat-bottomed cup as insane. They'd be like, well, you can't put this down anywhere because every surface is covered with these cone-shaped divots.
Why were they
You're right.
doing that?
You're absolutely right.
Yeah. Why were they doing that with the cone cups? Is it so as you can't put it down?
Yeah.
Why would they not want you to put it down?
You're taking one wee drink.
Because people will leave in places for the
Right.
water.
Yeah.
Right.
Which,
Shit.
as someone who shares an office with people, I can attest. Not specifically the with disposable cups because we don't have them, but the amount of like half-drunk coffees that I find. And I'm like, I'm not even asking you to put the cup in the dishwasher. I'm just saying, just finish the coffee. Like you wanted a coffee, just drink the whole thing like
How
a
did
man.
you find
know?
living with me then, Milo?
I didn't notice a lot. You know what the thing about living with you was? It was the amount of water on the floor in the bathroom every day. It was like you had fucking hung up a shark in there. Like actually, every
They call me
day-
the dangling naan of the Melbourne shower scene. You know?
I was like washing the towels like every day because they were so wet it was impossible to dry them. The only thing to do was like wash and tumble dry them again.
Here's my eternal mystery for me.
Yeah.
How are other people using the shower? Because to me, I'm getting that floor soaking. How are you? How are other people? Obviously, you can't understand where I'm coming from, but I can't understand where anybody else is coming from. Are you supposed to dry yourself in the shower?
I mean, you could do a bit in the shower, yeah.
Yeah,
if
yeah.
you want to be considerate of other people and go, I maybe shouldn't
Strip
strip the
off a
whole
bit.
fucking floor.
Yeah. Are you like the shower's still fully on and you're just like walking out? You're like doing that thing where you like run the water off your arm while the shower's still running, just straight on the floor, pissing out the door.
You're out there pretending you're Poseidon, controlling fucking water with your hand.
You love doing that.
I do love doing that. End of the shower, I'm going.
Yeah, that is a
I'm
bit
like
of yours,
god.
isn't it? Yeah.
I'm a god.
You love
I'm
doing
moving
that.
stuff around.
Feel like a waterbender.
It's great, yeah.
Someone told you can piss in the shower and you thought you were supposed to hit the toilet like out the door.
I have done that,
Okay.
and
It's impressive.
I have, yeah. I've got good core strength.
He's got a powerful stream on him, this man.
He also has a very deep belly button. And when he leaves the shower,
could rest a cone-shaped cup in it.
I squeeze my tummy when I come out the shower, and it
3
just goes.
gallons of water comes out his belly button after
Yeah.
every shower.
I'm like the fucking the Ditto in the new Pokemon game, Pokopia.
Don't.
Right,
Bring
sorry
that
for
up.
bringing that up, but yeah, I mean, I guess I'm
trigger.
just too wet. I do leave the shower sometimes when it's still running.
Why would you do that?
I don't know. I just like
Why would you
getting out.
ever, what?
I'm just running in for a pack of fags. I'll leave the car running.
No,
leave the shower running.
I like to like brush my teeth. You know, I like to like have steam in the room when I shave. Do you know what I mean? Is this crazy?
I'd have steam in the room when
What do
I
you mean you
shave.
have to have steam in the room?
I like to have steam in the room when I shave.
Are you doing an old school, like, are you doing a straight razor shave?
I do straight razor shave.
Brother.
Not with like a straight blade, but like with Gillette.
I do a straight razor shave, not with a straight razor, but
I did.
aside from that.
Did I tell you about when my dad tried to teach me how to use a straight razor? Because he was a barber.
Mm-hmm.
And then I was like, I was going to go into town after working at my dad's salon, and I thought, I've got a wee bit. You know, you sometimes miss the kind of Adam's apple type zone. I thought, fuck it. I see my dad do this. He's never really explained it, but I'll give it a bash. And I started using a straight edge razor on my own throat, and like blood just started pissing out my neck and like running down my shirt. And I was like, this can't go on, man.
I did wonder about the morning I walked in there, just the floor was covered in blood. I thought it might have been some kind of omen. Oh, God, the reviews aren't going to be good today.
No, you're
I
right. I'm
actually
going to
saw-
change my ways in the future when it comes to showers.
Yeah,
He's gonna
change your
become a
ways.
dryer boy.
Yeah.
So someone said you're supposed to get the towel and then towel yourself off in the shower.
Someone said as in like the rest of society.
It just seems crazy to me.
I read it somewhere. Might have
But
been
my
a
mum's
TikTok.
always like, why is the bathroom so... Well, she used to when I lived with her. She was like, why is the bathroom wet? And then everybody else I've lived with says the same thing. And I'm
Yeah.
like,
I'm
well, I
glad
don't know
this
what I'm
isn't
doing.
the first time this has happened. I'm not the first person.
Oh, you're the
to-
first person to go, this is because of your actions. I just
Oh,
assume
okay.
I'm in the shower in a weird way or something.
He's
An avant-garde shower that you're taking.
He's far from the first person.
No, everybody I've ever shared a space with, I guess, has said that. But
I mean, I remember a time we were in Perth, and sorry to put you on blast here,
No, it's-
but
no,
at
it's-
some point there was just a little bit of shite on the wall, and I was like, how did a bit of shit get in the wall?
You got to throw shit at the wall and see what sticks.
Eventually, when questioned, you said you were standing up.
fast.
You turned around too fast, and a bit of shite came out you and hit the wall, and you just thought, well, it's on the wall's not my problem anymore.
Sorry, you turned around too fast.
Yeah, as if that's a normal thing to say.
The shit was like, it was like in your arse crack, or like you turned around with such ferocity that it propelled the shit like out of your asshole.
I don't know.
I couldn't figure it out either. I was like, I guess it's an explanation. I wasn't really looking for an explanation. I was looking for I can't believe I didn't clean that shite off the wall.
My diet's a lot better now. It's not happening to me anymore. Oh, there was a while where that was happening a bit. But like, I think I just
Good
was
stuff.
not eating any fucking vegetables. It was just crazy.
I feel like if anything, eating no vegetables would make that less likely to happen.
Really? What was going on?
You did have a crazy ass for a while, man.
It's better
There
now.
was a lot of stuff going on.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't want to make
Sorry.
this the podcast where I ate out all your business.
Eat out all my.
Yeah, no, I know too much, and it's not happening.
Let's not that way make this podcast when your ass gets ate.
Not on a podcast called Shooting Ropes.
No.
No, this is a front-based podcast. This is all about the cock and cum.
Yeah, it's all about cupping the balls, stroking the gooch, things like that. We don't go as far as the hole.
Go down
I
the
mean,
other side.
speaking of which,
Spin it
I'm
down too
now
fast, see what
I'm now
happens.
the STV's cum expert.
Did you see this,
for
Milo?
Scotland.
USTV's cum expert.
Yeah,
No.
I was on a show called Scotland Tonight on STV.
Mm-hmm.
I was on yesterday, night before, and they done like a kind of a trailer for it, and it was like tonight on Scotland Tonight, we'll be talking about why Scottish people are preferring to go to Danish sperm clinics and what can be done to boost the numbers at home. And we'll be talking to comedian Rosco McClelland. And I was like, and then it's like, dude, and I'm like, well, if you don't say you're talking to me about something else, it seems like you're talking to me as like some sort of cum expert.
Yeah.
And by God,
And what's more, you're getting your cum in some kind of pastry format.
Yeah. I had to release a statement like, I don't know anything about Danish cum. I don't know anything about it.
A Danish is one of those. It looks pretty cummy as well when it's got that kind of cinnamon
Like glaze.
glaze. Yeah, it's literally glazed. So
Well, they've never specified how they get that effect. So.
assumed it was sugar. Turns
I
out
keep
it's
seeing videos of goth girls on Instagram heavily hinting how they're getting that glaze because the I guess the idea is for
we get it.
There's 4 goth girls that work
That's
at
the way the idea.
no, they work at a Dunkin' Donuts
Right.
and stuff.
Mhm.
And someone POV goes in, they're like, "Can I get in?" They're like, "We make the glaze in house," and one
Right.
of them's like creaming out of her boob into the coffee in the background.
Creaming out of her boob.
Yeah, you don't see it, but it's
I
implied.
think it's called milk.
One guy who works there turns around too fast. And it shoots straight into a Nutella donut. You hate to see that.
So
One
what
Danish
was
guy, they're
this?
like, let me know when you need me.
Let
I'm
me know
ready to
how
go.
the cum is, brother.
I've been fluffing.
Don't spin around too fast.
Got to be careful.
I wonder if Lorenzo has a count of how many times I've probably mentioned goth girls
Every
spitting in
episode.
coffee because we were talking about guanciale earlier on.
Oh,
Lorenzo was
the
like,
Italian pig cheek.
yeah.
Okay.
Lorenzo was like, that's probably been mentioned about 5 or 6 times because I had big pasta last night.
Big pasta.
Oh yeah, Fusili
You had
Gigante.
Fusili Gigante last night.
Fusili Gigante. Didn't
Yeah.
he play for Lazio?
Yeah, real master of the dark arts. Fusili Gigante was. But by God, what a
Very
team.
right wing, but you know, a great left back. And wait, so how big is Fusili Gigante?
Well, we're talking like one bit of pasta is like the side would be the width of my hand.
Jesus.
It was Gigante.
Okay,
It was
yeah,
huge. So I had
It's actually a scenario where you could count the pasta in your meal.
yeah.
Yeah.
It was
From the
pretty
looking
crazy.
at that picture, maybe 45 minutes ago on your phone, I would guess 9 bits. Bigger?
Per bowl.
Mm.
Maybe a few more.
Right.
I'd say maybe about
12,
13.
12,
They're
13.
quite big bowls.
Yeah.
I've got
You get big balls.
big bowls.
Yeah.
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 I seen a thing on then.
Bolio Giganto. Yeah.
I
You
like to
gotta-
live that big bowl life.
Bolio
Still,
That's
you
right.
know?
You got to have everything's got to be big. Big fork.
Yeah. Oh, the
Yeah.
forks. Do you know, I think I'm losing forks
Okay.
in my house
All right.
and teaspoons. I don't know where they're going.
Do you know what I think happens to my cutlery?
Mm-hmm.
I think I get a takeaway. Maybe some chicken shish and chips with garlic and chili sauce.
You on that chicken
You
shish?
said maybe, but then you gave such a definite answer in the mode of a man who gets exactly the same thing every time.
If I get back late and the spicy grill's open, yeah, I'll go in, I get this, and then I eat it with a fork that is metal from a cutlery drawer. Close the box, bend the box.
What?
The cutlery's being bent.
You're throwing away your cutlery.
Well, where else could it
He's
go?
turning around too fast. He's throwing away his calories. His whole house is covered in water. This guy. We need Queer Eye around there
He's
straight
drinking
away.
champagne beers on trains to Belgium.
He's put his fork in the bin.
Oh my God.
Wait, did you
Wow.
go to Belgium?
You need to go to Belgium to get to Amsterdam, I think.
Or is that
That true? You know about Europe.
The age-old adage.
You know about Europe.
Well, the Netherlands is just north of Belgium, so
So you need to go through Brussels
that
to
one of
get
those
to Amsterdam on a
things?
train, is that right? From London?
Oh yeah, if you're going through, if you're getting the ferry, you can go straight to.
Right, no, I don't fuck with that. I get
Is that one of
champagne beer.
those it sounds like one of those things that old guys say. You need to go to Belgium if you want to get out of Amsterdam, son.
Listen, if you want to get to Amsterdam, you need to go through Brussels. All right? So don't fucking come at me like that. Stuff like that.
Yeah.
Something like that, yeah.
Yeah. Well, your thing about throwing away the forks there made me think. Someone the other day, a friend of mine, she confessed to me that when she gets like 1 peas and 2 peas, she just throws them in the bin. 'Cause she's like, I've got no use for them, and I'm like, that's
Yeah.
so insane.
If you told that to a taxi driver, they would kill themselves in front of you to curse you.
You know when there's like a type of chaotic behavior that like only women engage in, because I think there's so much chaotic behavior that only men engage in, like throwing a fork in the bin. That is
It's
like
a bit
that is I
crazy.
can't imagine a woman doing that.
No, it's not deliberate.
But finding 1 and 2 peas an annoyance to the extent that you just put them in the bin. I feel like only women have ever done that. That feels like You couldn't
be a
bring yourself
class
to do
thing.
it as a bloke, I
It's
think.
someone who's never felt the joy of those little spinny things where you put it in and it gets right to the
Oh,
end. It goes,
yeah.
"Whoa,"
Yeah.
and then drops.
Yeah,
Yeah,
as a
awesome.
man, that's immediately in your head. You're like, I could go down to McDonald's, the foyer thereof. I could have a great time.
Yeah.
I could get an hour of joy out of my life with these. you
I
know?
mean, what are you using your 1s and 2p's? I used to be a Coinstar freak.
throw them at referees.
Coins. Throwing them at referee.
Yeah, that's
Hey,
a
we've got
male
use
way
for
of
them
getting
in
rid of your
Glasgow.
1s and 2p's is to throw them at fucking.
That's what Mr. Singh's doing with them.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I'm sure he is. Sati Singh is a real.
When he pops down to Ibrox.
Yeah, it's interesting you're saying this because Mr. Singh is generally regarded as the kind of Rangers restaurateur.
Okay. I didn't know this when I
Oh,
was going to
yes.
go. I could have been
This is-
marking my card.
This is the deep lore.
Okay.
Whereas you were
Deep lore.
saying El Fiorentino is a Celtic restaurant, weren't you?
What?
Was this too much?
I don't think it was. No.
I was saying to you, I would love to go to La Fiorentino.
Oh, like the one.
and
so,
you went, no way, man.
No, but that's not. It's not to do with Celtic. It was
Oh.
because the rumor was
Italian papists run that restaurant.
kind of the rumor, but the rumor was that after the Scotland-Italy game, where the referee gave a free kick
Oh.
against Alan Hutton, getting barged out the way, and then Italy scored, and it put us out of contention for I think it was the Euros or something like that, and everyone was like, "That was one of the craziest decisions anyone's ever seen." The rumor was that the referee went for a dinner after at that restaurant.
There's no way that's true.
You don't know if that's true or no.
Can you ask your Celtic podcast that, Lorenzo, and try and get some info?
It's possible that that's true, but I'm not sure it has any bearing on the restaurant. Like, I mean, he must have gone to a restaurant for dinner afterwards. Sure, it could have been that one.
You think, but you think
You're like, and they served him dinner.
and
they gave him
pasta.
he had
Fusilli
fusilli
gigante. I'd have given him the tiniest fusilli I'd ever seen, man.
Can't even get and it goes in between the prongs and a fork.
Oh my God.
Hard to eat.
Or like a torture in Hades. Like his pasta bit is too small for the fork.
You're looking for a fork, but you've thrown them all away, man. And you're so hungry. You can't. It's going a bit Billy Connolly.
Right, so I've gave myself away here. I've said I think I'm binning my forks. That's
Right.
where I think that's why I think I've got less forks than I do knives and spoons.
Yeah.
Okay.
Where do you think your forks are going? Where do you think your cutlery's going?
Well, I just don't know if I thought I had more forks than I do.
No, but when you buy a pack of cutlery, you get equals of every type.
When I buy a pack of cutlery, I don't remember the number though.
No, you don't have to. You just have to compare it to the amount of the other ones you have.
But now it might just be that the forks and the teaspoons are in use more than the knives and the big spoons.
So you think they're just out there?
Well, they've like worn down to a nub.
I think they're just existing. And
teaspoons aren't big spoons that have been worn down.
when I go to look for a fork, I'm like, where's all the fucking forks? But they're probably like in the sink or in like a boat or like in the dishwasher or something like that. And I'm just like constantly going, where's all these fucking forks?
I'm
I did
binning
think
mine.
yesterday, like, this is crazy. This has got to be a thing. And then I realised that my wife had like cleaned some of the forks and put them in like the kind of drying thing. And I
Yeah.
was like, why would you put them? They've never been there, do you know? So really, I think it's just my wife is gaslighting me into this
Your
fork.
wife's hiding your forks.
Yeah.
She's
Gaslighting.
The problem is, my wife buys, shout out to wives, she buys like stuff for the kitchen that I think, why would you buy? Like a plate with like a wee heart embossed. And I'm like, that's going to be a sauce. Sauce is going to gather in that.
Yeah.
You know?
What?
Sauce will gather in that.
Sauce will gather?
Sauce will gather.
What do you mean?
It just makes
People
it
are going
hard.
to think we're Hearts fans. That's no good. We can't have that.
Why are you so against embellishment?
Just makes it harder to clean. Do you know what I mean? It makes it harder to clean.
Oh,
Or-
it's like a textured
yeah,
heart.
yeah.
It's not just.
And I'm like, that just makes things harder, right?
What's the coolest plate you've ever had?
Oh, I don't know.
When I was a wee boy, I had this Phantom Menace, Star Wars.
Phantom Mehmet?
Phantom Phantom Tenet.
Phantom Tenants. That's the one you don't tell your wife you had.
That's when you pick up an empty glass, but you're too stupid to realise it doesn't have any drink in it. It's the Phantom Tenets. I had the Phantom Menace pod racing plate with Sebulba, the evil pod racer on it.
The Phantom Tenants with the ball bag.
Current coolest plate is my chicken plate that I got from an antique shop. That if a picture of a chicken on it. What's your
all
coolest
right.
plate you've ever had?
Oh, I don't know. I don't think I've really had any. I did though when I was a kid. I had Phantom Menace slippers.
Yeah.
And they had like Darth Maul's head
Awesome.
like, on the toe, but like a fully rendered plastic head with like spikes on it.
That's so cool.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah, they were pretty cool. I remember them.
Do you have you ever seen that video of the Irish guy going, is it the Homers? He's talking about his Homer slippers. It's those slippers where you put your feet in Homer's mouth.
Oh yeah, I had a pair of those as well.
So awesome.
Yeah,
Is that what the Phantom Menace ones were like? Was it Darth Maul's mouth that you put your
No,
feet
so it was like a normal slipper, but it had like Darth Maul's head like on the toe. You know,
Awesome.
like those the Greek soldiers that guard the Parliament there that have like the bobbles on the shoes. And
Yeah,
they, like, goose
yeah,
step up and
yeah,
down.
yeah, yeah.
It was like that, but the bobble was Darth Maul's head.
Wow.
Yeah.
So what'd you think? What's your coolest plate? You got one?
I just had regular plates, man.
Really?
That's
Yeah.
all he wants.
Wow.
He's a man of simple pleasures.
I don't think I've ever had like a crazy. I don't have a memorable crazy plate.
Not your family's never had one? Protestant culture's
Not
wild,
even an
man.
heirloom.
We just had plates.
Protestant culture. You never had like a Princess Diana memorial plate or something like that?
No, why would we have
I
that?
don't know. You're like the royal family or something.
That's quite nan coded.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like the
Has your
nans
gran
and
never
stuff
had a
like
cool
that.
plate?
I don't know. We've all just had plates. You get some plates, you eat after them.
Yeah.
We're quite a simple family.
I think your wife's trying to kind of get you into cool plates with this heart plate, and you're so resistant to.
Well,
The pleasures of the flesh.
The problem is the pleasure of the flesh.
Yeah.
Plate.
The pleasure of the
ceramic.
porcelain.
Do you think I have flesh plates? The problem is she'll then buy like these like teaspoons that are like kind of gold, but they're like kind of gold plated, and it's got like it's got a black handle bit.
Yeah.
And then once like it's like, oh, it looks nice to start with, but now like you put them in the dishwasher,
Scratched.
and all the black stuff comes off, and then also the plating is all came off them as well. And I'm like, we could have just had regular ones to start. They're becoming regular ones, but they now look like shite regular ones.
Milo, I
Because
don't know how you
regular
feel
ones to
about this,
start
but to
with.
me, the gold cutlery that's so popular right now, it's very
Feels sarcastic.
Feels
Feels sarcastic.
sarcastic. It feels kind of emblematic of where we're at
Yeah.
as a country. You know,
Yeah.
the gold's coming off.
I
What's
walked
underneath? Black.
I walked
Just-
past the gaff last night.
Silver.
Like beyond Akbar's, that was like a sort of, it was like a dessert place, and
Yeah.
it had like marble tables, like marble on the walls, like
Yes.
chairs kind of like this.
Yeah.
And then like it was all like gold cutlery and stuff, and I was like, there's a type of like
The one on
restaurant.
Sauchiehall Hall Street.
Yeah. And I'm like, this is a Dubai restaurant. Like I can't. It's like this weird and like you know it's
Pistachio
also like
chairs.
yeah. Well, it's like everything. Like you look at it and you're like, the food in this place will be shite.
Yeah.
Like because they've spent all the money on this kind of bizarre aesthetic that like I feel like no one really likes.
No,
Yeah.
it's a kind of maximalist thing. It's kind of like try to find some kind of luxury in your life by putting gold leaf all over all your possessions, but it's an
Yeah,
empty.
It sounds like a Dubai restaurant, you know, as in you go in, you buy a big plate of ice cream. That's 2 in one episode I've managed to get out of the word Dubai.
A really Dubai restaurant would be destroyed halfway through your waffle and ice cream by an Iranian drone strike, and they'd be right to do it. Honestly, when the
It's
war
in
with
Dubai,
Iran
yeah.
started, and the first thing they did was blow up Dubai, I was like, I'm not normally a fan of the Ayatollah's politics, but I have to say he's nailed it with this one.
Yeah.
I'm like, he's winning me over with this kind of bold statement.
It was a huge shot, and I was like, good for you, man. Good for you. I didn't see that coming. Good for you.
Do you know the Ayatollah is doing what FIFA's too cowardly to do? Do you know what I mean? He's doing what WWE's too cowardly to do. They're trying to fucking sports wash it, and they're just like, you think you're better than us?
So
Fucking.
you think FIFA and WWE wanted to bomb Dubai, but were scared of doing it?
No, I'm just saying they took the soup.
They would have the Ayatollah as a character in WWE. I can believe that.
Oh my
100%.
God, that's Ayatollah Khamenei's music.
It's like a nasheed.
No, that's fucked up. But
It was just it was so generic. Like that could have been like Native American.
Yeah, it could have been That could have been just a guy shouting out there. Hey! Hey!
Oh my god! I was walking from fucking the metro station here, the subway station,
crazy walk.
and I encountered a guy in an underpass who was exactly like that. He was just like clearly pissed. And just started like yelling at me, but in a kind of, he didn't even stop walking.
Yeah.
He just kind of carried on. Like he knew this wasn't going to be an ongoing.
He's like, don't go to Hill Florentina to remember that game against Dangling.
First time,
on the wall.
first time I went to London, a cunt was shouting at me, and then you know what I mean, like, oh, this is for me. And then it turned out it was a guy, and then I realised he was Scottish. I was like, what? And he was like, oh, where you from? And then he was from Dundee, and we had a bit. I was like,
Explains a lot.
a few minutes ago, we could have been enemies, do you know, random enemies, and now we're just two Scottish guys going, this is a big city.
It's
Yeah.
the power of nationalism, but it's the limits of nationalism as well.
Yeah.
I think
When you put it like
there was a Muslim wrestler who was a terrorist, and it was the day of the London bombings. They had to get rid of him. Because
He's been investigated.
well, no, because he was an Italian man.
He's in
who
the
looked-
Gardens of Janna now, so he won't be appearing at the at WrestleMania, unfortunately.
But yeah,
I tell you what, WrestleMania is somewhere you will find 72 virgins, though. That's for sure.
at the very least, per section, per row. Oh man, yeah. But yeah, his name was Muhammad Hassan. He was played by an Italian guy.
My name is Mohammed Hassan.
I'm going to commit a terror attack on the Undertaker. And he did. That was the...
He pulls the cord and he yells, Fusili Gigante. Yeah.
He's put him through the Gigante.
His signature move, the Fusili Gigante.
This is why
From the top rope.
This is why I brought up the guanciale actually, because
I have the guanciale in every episode.
The cheek of it. Anyway.
Yeah, well, that's funny. Hey.
I haven't the last two times I haven't cooked it properly. I've overcooked it. So anyway, back to WWE.
Before I was a while ago, I was on the internet.
Before it was a while ago. That's very deep.
Yeah. I saw someone as an American guy, and he was like, this is classic barbecue food. And they get a big piece of dried pasta and they fill it full of like mince. And then they put cheese on top and they put it in the oven and then they get barbecue sauce.
Sounds fucking
And you
terrible.
eat
This feels very American.
It's like a cigar, it's called, or something like that. And it's like a barbecue cigar or something.
That sounds terrible.
You don't think so?
I don't care for barbecue sauce.
No?
No.
You can't put barbecue sauce over everything. Barbecue sauce has got to be like a dip. You can't. If you fully see like someone does like a barbecue based pizza, I'm like, fuck.
You don't like that?
Fuck. Of course I don't like that.
Yeah. Well, I had a girlfriend who, if we were getting like a hungover Domino's,
Oh,
her
she would get
Domino's order was, and brace yourself for this, a margarita with a barbecue sauce base.
So there's no chicken in it to balance it out?
Absolutely disgusting. And then one time, because I phoned the Domino's order in, and the people who work at Domino's, no offense, they're not generally the most on it people on the planet.
No.
They also made my pizza with a barbecue sauce base, and we only discovered this when we got it home, and it was the closest I came to breaking up with her, I think. Like it was, I was like, you've put me through this.
Yeah, that's horrific.
People
Double decadence. That was a good thing though.
What was the double decadence?
The double decadence is when they done like two very thin crispy bases and put like some kind of like herby cheese thing in between it. It was
sandwich?
It was sloppy jalopy. That was the pizza base,
Right.
and then you had your regular pizza. It was fucking sloppy jalopy, and also you could feel your body clogging
Sloppy
up.
jalopy.
Yeah,
Did he play for Lazio as well?
Yeah, he was right back. He was on the other side. But
Oh, man.
what a pair of fucking fullbacks they were.
Yeah. I think Domino's for me is just completely upset. I mean, I had a fucking McDonald's last night, but
What did you get?
nugs.
What textural bounty?
Yeah,
did
I
you
just got
receive?
9 nugs, fries,
9 nugs. Okay.
and a water.
And what you do feel like you've lost when you get the water. You feel like you've been conned.
Well, it's just I had my suit bag with me. I had my fucking rucksack with me. I had to have one hand for the train ticket.
Oh,
So
yeah.
I was like, I can't really be kicking about with a big cup of water, you know?
By the way, also, if you are the CEO of Domino's and you're listening in, I'm really sorry that a man who we've learned can't control how wet a bathroom gets shites on the wall, drinks champagne beers, and eats McDonald's, has went, McDonald's is a step too far.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's how I feel.
So sorry he's been disparaging about you. It's like, that's where I draw the line.
Well, it's been great having you on, man. We're going to bring this to close and then do an extra 30 minutes on Patreon if that's okay.
Great, yeah, wonderful.
Yeah, we're going to continue the heat, the red hot patter.
Absolutely.
But yeah, you got any to plug for the
It's been my pleasure to be here. You can check out Glue Factory.
Of course, incredible podcast.
it's a
We've both
podcast.
been a guest
You've
on
both been on it,
both,
yeah. And what episodes they were respectively.
Yeah.
We did not get into shitting on the wall, but that's fun. I think
My girlfriend was on the episode what I was on with Glue Factory. So
You
I
had to
feel
rein it
I
in.
had to kind of rain down my ass has shit flying out the type patter.
Shit comes off the wall into me. That's how good a guy I am. Is that the kind of stuff you're
I
putting
think
out?
that was what I was saying. But yeah, Glue Factory is a really fun podcast.
Yeah, if you like this, I think you will like it. It's a similar sort of mentally damaged energy, I think.
It's a lot smarter than us, I would say. That Canadian guy you've got, he's a real brain box.
Yeah, we keep him locked in a basement the rest of the time. He's a danger. And I'm doing shows everywhere. You can follow me online. I've got a special coming out soon.
You got a special coming out.
Yeah. Follow me on Instagram. Do the usual thing that we all do.
Yeah.
You know? Add me to the category of people you're at school with and no longer speak to. But occasionally you're like, another kid?
Really? Child? From you? I don't think the world needed another one of you, to be honest with you.
I don't know.
I thought you were going like really child, like kind of
Like a kind of
a snappy lady.
Yeah. Or like a priest. Really, child.
really child. Your shit has flown out your ass because you spun around too quick.
I'll say 3 Hail Marys and we'll say no more about it.
I start to see the appeal of Catholicism when it's that easy to fucking rinse yourself for sins. Yeah.
Try being
If anyone doesn't need to rinse themselves as much, it's probably you. I think you're over rinsing, my boy.
Soaking guy.
Shouldn't roll, shouldn't roll.